Yeah, that feeling. The alarm goes off and it's like, the day's already sprinting ahead without you.
Oh, yeah, hitting snooze, maybe scrambling around.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And then by lunchtime, you're just wondering, where did the morning go? Why am I so drained already?
right.
So what if those first moments, right after waking up, weren't this chaotic rush, but more like a launch pad?
A launch pad for a more focused, maybe more energized, and uh, genuinely fulfilling day.
Yes.
That's really the question we're tackling head on today.
Okay.
And look, we're not talking about some like trendy productivity hack that means you suddenly have to become this super early bird overnight.
Right, not necessarily.
No,
Yeah.
this is more about understanding the fundamental impact that a deliberately crafted start to your day can have,
Yeah.
on your overall well-being, your productivity.
Absolutely. And for this deep dive, we've really immersed ourselves in the insights from Dr. Satyam Vishnoi. We looked at his Your Health Deserves a Lifeline series, and also a specific episode of Lifelines by Supreme Medic that was all about morning routines.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
So think of this as us sort of sifting through all that great info to pull out the core actionable strategies that can really help you take control of your mornings.
And what I found particularly insightful in Dr. Vishnoi's work is that emphasis on intentionality.
Intentionality. Okay.
Yeah, it's not just about, ticking off a list of morning tasks. It's understanding how these first actions can kind of prime your mind and body for the day.
Setting the tone.
Exactly. Setting a calmer, more focused tone right from the get-go. And the real benefit for you, the listener, is, well, less of that feeling overwhelmed.
Definitely need less of that.
Right. A boost in sustained energy and just a clearer mental space to focus on what actually matters to you.
Okay, so let's get practical then. When we
Yeah.
talk about building this productive morning routine, what are the non-negotiables? Like the key elements Dr. Vishnoi really highlights. Where do we start?
Well, the cornerstone, based on the sources, is something we could call waking up with intention.
Intention. Okay.
Yeah. And this involves a few linked habits. First up, a consistent wake-up time.
Even on weekends. That's the tough one for a lot of people.
It is. It might seem counterintuitive, ditching those weekend lions, but there's a really solid reason behind it.
Right, and it connects to our internal clock, doesn't it? The circadian rhythm.
Exactly. We all have one, but a lot of us kind of unknowingly work against it.
So how does that consistent wake-up time actually help, beyond just feeling maybe a bit less groggy?
Well, Dr. Vishnoi's research points out that even shifting your wake-up time by just an hour or two on the weekend can mess with this delicate internal timing.
Really? Just an hour or two?
Yeah. Think of it like this. Your body learns to anticipate when it needs to be active and when it needs to rest. A consistent schedule reinforces that. So you get more restorative sleep and a more natural release of cortisol, that hormone that helps you feel alert in the morning right when you want it. It's about optimizing your body's natural readiness.
That makes a lot of sense. So try to keep the sleep schedule pretty steady. Okay, what's next? Right after that consistent alarm goes off,
Right.
the sources really warn against something most of us probably do.
Reaching for the phone.
Guilty.
Yeah.
Why is that such a saboteur for the morning routine?
Oh, it's so tempting, isn't it?
It really is.
But think about what happens when you immediately look at your phone. You're instantly pulled into reactive mode.
Yeah.
Emails needing answers, news cycles maybe causing anxiety, social media comparisons. Dr. Vishnoi emphasizes that this just floods your system, which is still waking up, by the way,
Right.
with all this external stuff before you've even had a chance to connect with yourself and set your own plan for the day.
It's like starting a race already falling behind.
Exactly. You're chasing someone else's agenda.
That really resonates. You haven't even had a second to just be, okay, so phone down. What should we be doing instead? The sources mention natural light. Why is just opening the blinds or stepping outside so important?
This is another really powerful way to help regulate that circadian rhythm.
Okay.
Getting natural light, especially in the morning, signals to your brain, hey, it's daytime.
Right.
It helps shut down the production of melatonin, the sleep hormone, and promotes alertness. Some research even suggests certain wavelengths in morning sunlight are particularly good at this. It's basically jump-starting your internal clock.
Interesting. So it's a biological cue, not just a nice feeling.
Okay.
Okay, so consistent wake up, no immediate phone dive, get some light. What's the very first physical thing Dr. Vishnoi says we should prioritize?
Hydration. Simple as that.
Okay.
Drinking a glass of water right when you wake up.
Okay.
I mean, think about it. You haven't had anything to drink all night. Your body's relatively dehydrated. Replenishing fluids first thing helps kickstart your metabolism, fight off that morning sluggishness. The sources even mention, maybe adding a squeeze of lemon or a tiny pinch of sea salt for minerals, for electrolytes.
Oh, interesting. Optional extras.
Yeah, optional, generally considered beneficial for most, but, listen to your body. And crucially, Dr. Vishnoi suggests delaying coffee.
Ah, the coffee question.
Oh.
Delay it until after water and maybe some food.
That's the recommendation, because caffeine's a diuretic, right?
Right.
So having it on an empty, already slightly dehydrated system can make that worse. Hydrating first lets your cells work better, and having a little food helps stabilize blood sugar.
Okay. So you get more sustained energy, maybe avoid that coffee crash later.
Potentially, yeah. Compared to just coffee alone on an empty stomach, it sets a better foundation.
Got it. Okay, so after hydration, maybe a bite to eat, what's next? The sources mention movement.
Gentle movement. And we're not talking about, heading straight for a grueling workout unless that's your thing.
Okay, good.
Think more like gentle stretching, maybe a few minutes of yoga, or even just a short, brisk walk.
Just getting the body moving.
Exactly. The goal is just to wake up your muscles, get the blood flowing, release some endorphins.
The mood boosters.
Yeah, which can really positively impact your mood and focus right away, even if it's just for, say, 5 or 10 minutes.
Doesn't have to be long.
No, it's about priming the body without overwhelming it. And then, after addressing the physical side, the routine often shifts towards nurturing the mind. Mindfulness, reflection. What does that look like?
Yeah, this is about creating that little pocket of calm. Before the day's mental demands really kick in.
Mm-hmm.
It could be super simple. 5 minutes of quiet meditation, maybe some focused breathing, prayer, if that's meaningful for you, or even just grabbing a notebook and journaling for a few minutes, thoughts, intentions, gratitude.
Just centering yourself.
Exactly. The whole idea is to center yourself, maybe reduce any leftover morning anxiety, and consciously set a more positive frame of mind. Dr. Vishnoi really emphasizes this as a key pause point.
And that idea of conscious intention, it seems to flow right into the next step, planning your priorities. How does that fit into a good morning routine?
It's about being strategic right from the start.
Yeah.
So taking a brief look at your calendar or your to-do list
Okay.
and just identifying, say, the 1 to 3 most important things you need to get done today. The sources stress focusing your energy there on those key priorities instead of getting immediately bogged down in less crucial stuff or trying to multitask right away.
Directing your mental energy effectively.
Yeah, from the get-go.
Which naturally leads us to that final key element,
Yeah.
actively avoiding those early distractions. We mentioned the phone,
The big one.
the big one. But what other kinds of distractions can derail things?
Well, it really comes back to anything that pulls your focus away from your intentional routine and into the outside world too soon.
Right.
So yeah, immediately diving into emails, getting sucked into the news vortex, or even just getting into long conversations before you've had that dedicated time for yourself. The core idea is prioritize your own well-being and clarity first before engaging with all those external pressures.
Okay, so we have these building blocks. Waking with intention, hydration, movement, mindfulness, nourishment, planning, avoiding distractions. But how do we actually weave these together, like into a realistic routine someone can actually do?
Right, because it can sound like a lot. Dr. Vishnoi offers a sample 30-minute routine, just as a guideline.
Okay, like an example.
Exactly. It might look something like first 5 minutes, wake up, drink water, get some light. Then maybe minutes 5 to 10, gentle stretching or movement.
Okay.
Followed by, say, 5 minutes for journaling or meditation, that quiet time. Then maybe 10 minutes or so for a good breakfast.
Fueling up.
Yeah. And then the last 5 minutes, quick schedule review. Identify those top priorities. Boom, 30 minutes.
And it's so important, like you said, for you listening to remember this is just an example. Dr. Vishnoi's work really stresses that the best routine is personalized. It needs to fit your needs, your preferences, the time you actually have.
Absolutely.
If you can only carve out 10 or 15 minutes to start, that's perfectly fine. Great, even.
Yes. Start small, build from there. Even just doing 1 or 2 of these things consistently can make a difference. Like Dr. Vishnoi says, the real power is in the consistency, not necessarily the duration.
Right. Consistency over perfection. But, starting new habits is hard. What are some common challenges people face? And how can they overcome them?
Patience is a big one. You gotta be patient with yourself.
Mm-hmm.
It takes time to build a new habit, right? So don't get discouraged if it doesn't feel natural right away. And setting realistic goals. Don't try to change everything all at once. That's a recipe for feeling overwhelmed.
Yeah, Steph.
And the sources even suggest maybe find an accountability buddy, someone to share your goals with for a bit of extra support.
That can really help. Now, what about the flip side? Those common morning mistakes? The pitfalls that actually work against creating a productive start.
Oh yeah, there are definitely traps. Hitting snooze repeatedly feels good in the moment, maybe,
Maybe.
but it actually fragments your sleep more and can make you feel groggier.
Right.
Jumping straight into social media or news that can just set a stressful tone for the whole day.
We talked about that reactivity.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Skipping hydration or a decent breakfast, you're basically running on empty.
Depriving your brain and body.
Yeah. And trying to cram too much into the morning routine itself can also backfire, leaving you feeling rushed before the day's even properly started.
So it's a balance. Okay, so wrapping things up a bit. A consistent, intentional morning routine, waking with purpose, hydrating, moving gently, mindfulness, good food, planning this can be a really powerful tool.
Absolutely. For boosting productivity, definitely. But also for enhancing that mental clarity, fostering a greater sense of just well-being, inner peace almost.
Exactly. And it's not about striving for some, Instagram perfect morning scene.
No, please
Yes.
no.
It's about consistently creating that dedicated space for yourself, a moment of self-connection, preparation, before the world starts pulling you everywhere.
Yeah, think of your mornings as valuable time, an opportunity to set your own course for the day.
Which leads us to a final thought, maybe something for you to ponder. Now that you've heard these insights, what's one small intentional step you could take tomorrow morning?
Just one thing.
Just one thing. What single element could you add that would start shaping a routine that truly serves you? Think about how even a tiny shift in your morning might create some really positive momentum for the whole rest of your day.